Hello, my name is Chris and you are watching V-Sense. So on today's video, we're going to be talking about a fragrance from the house of Givenchy. This is part of their La Collection Particulière by Givenchy. This is their private range, so, you know, I think I've said it multiple times, like Tom Ford's Private Blam, Chanel's Les Exclusives, La Collection Privée by Dior. This is Givenchy's approach to that. It was originally called La Collection Atelier de Givenchy, and then it got changed over to La Collection Particulière, which is the bottles that we see today. This one originally launched with the original batch, which was the Atelier collection. When you order these fragrances, they come in a box like this, and this is just a sleeve. It has all the information on the back of it, their barcode, the badge code, where it's made and all that stuff. It has the name of it. The one we're talking about today is Enflammé by Givenchy, and when you take it out you get a box like this. There's no information on this box, so you can kind of use it as storage because it's pretty nice. It has a Givenchy logo in white, and then when you open it up you do get your bottle inside here. The nice thing about this is, well, you see that it comes out. It shouldn't come out all at once, but it does come out. It's not glued into the box or anything. It's just like an insert. So like I said, you can use this white Givenchy box as storage. You know, it does look nice. It's not very flashy, but it is nonetheless nice to, you know, use it for, you know, either gifting or storage or so on and so forth. A lot of people tend to think that this logo is actually from the house of Versace, and it's not. They're G's for Givenchy, so it's been around for a while. It's a very interesting, unique logo. It's not terribly popular like other logos are, but it is one that, you know, nonetheless is recognizable. So the fragrance we're talking about today, like I said, is Enflammé by La Collection Particulière de Givenchy. That is a mouthful for sure, but it is one of the private range fragrances. This one itself is one of the ones that is under the amber category. So I believe they have different categories. So they have their oud collection. They've also got their woody collection, I believe, and then they've got their ambers and their florals. So they're broken down into a few different categories for the fragrance house itself. This one's under the ambery. I think everyone knows that I definitely like ambery fragrances, so I decided to pick one out of that range. This is the one that spoke to me a little bit more. Like I said, this is one of the ones that was originally launched with the original private line, and I don't see that it's gotten very much any traction of any sorts, but it is one of those fragrance houses that I do see being very much liked by their other fragrances, so Gentlemen Only, and ones like L'Intendit. This is a sample that they sent me, by the way. So they are fairly popular when it comes to these fragrances. So the mainstream fragrances out there, this one, like I said, is part of their private range. It is nice. It is very different from what I thought it was going to smell like. So I was expecting something very a little bit more modern, a little bit more clean, a little bit more refined. Definitely something that was going to be woody and spicy at the same time. When you spray this guy, you definitely get more of a Angels and Demon, which is an old Givenchy fragrance, Amouage. You get Haute Couture, or Haute Couture as it's actually called. You get, you know, quite a few different older Givenchy fragrances, and it is nice. It is really cool because it does have that 90s feel to it. So that 90s spicy, woody, you know, extravagant, over-the-top fragrance. But then it dries down and it kind of gives you more of the spice, more of the woods, but softer and, you know, more refined. And then once it dries down, it leaves this nice ambery spice trail behind. When I first wore this, I decided to go out that night, and I got quite a bit of compliments, you know, to my surprise, because I was like, it's not going to get compliments, it's not going to be liked, it's going to be one of those that I like, but most people won't like, and I definitely do see that, but it does get compliments because, like I said, the first spray is a little harsh, it's a little out there, it's a little poof in your face, and then it does change quite significantly. This fragrance is comprised of patchouli, bourbon absolute, Turkish tobacco, tulip balm, coffee, and labdanum. By the way, all of these notes are actually absolute, so if you don't know what an absolute is, it's the highest concentration that they can get from an actual note itself. So, you know, when you do read the notes in a fragrance, let's say it says Rose Absolute, it is the purest concentration that they can get from rose extracting in perfumery. All of the notes on here are listed as absolute for the fragrance itself. So you would think it's very long lasting, and it is. It's, like I said, it's one of those like 90-ish type of fragrances, and it does last quite a bit. It's not the longest lasting fragrance for the price. So the price on this one is $263 US, and that is for 3.3 ounces or 100 mils for this bottle. It only comes in one size, so you can't get any smaller sizes. You can't get any sampler packs on their website. And at least here in the US, you're a little bit limited because you can only order it on GivenchyBeauty.com. I did look for ordering it, you know, through another department store or elsewhere to see if there was anything else that I could try at the same time and see, you know, see if I could fall in love with another fragrance, and they just carry it on their site and they do not sample. And that's also the same like with Guerlain. I've wanted to order some of their Arts de Matière collection, and they also do not sample it whenever you order it because they sample everything else in the house and they don't sample what you want to sample. So that's quite disappointing, but nonetheless, that is what it is. Like I said, this fragrance does have that nice ambery touch once it does dry down. So if you do end up getting this guy and you do end up purchasing it, you know, the name is Enflammé, which pretty much means in flames. It does have that, you know, smokiness to it. It does have that spicy, you know, resiny type of sweet. It's very 90s in the beginning, like I said, but it's more of a 2010s/15s 90s inspired fragrance that has come up into 2020s. So it does change, it does become a little bit better, but it is very much part of the house of Givenchy, you know, because like I said, you get the Irresistible, you get the Gentleman Only, you get the Amouage, you get the Angels and Demons. Every one of those fragrances is very much, you know, represented in this bottle itself, which is pretty nice because they're keeping to the heritage of the house. So I would definitely check this guy out. If you are afraid of, you know, woody, spicy, incensey type of scents, I would definitely check something else out. They do have quite a big selection for a lot of different people. So definitely check the website out. Let me know what you guys think of this house. Have you tried anything by the House of Givenchy? Do you like their fragrance house? Are they worth the price? Like I said, it's $263 US. I don't know what the $3 is for. Is that for cigarettes or something? Anywho, but it's $263, and it's worth it, I would say. There are a lot of other fragrance houses out there though that you could definitely check out that you could use at $263 for, but it's up to you if you want to check it out, you know, and smell the fragrances. But if you're a perfume collector, I would definitely say check them out. Thanks so much for watching today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Make sure to comment, subscribe, and let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Make sure to share if you want. You don't have to. You don't even have to subscribe. Just, I appreciate every single view, and I appreciate everyone coming in to tune in. So, thanks for watching.